What is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon. We're back talking about Rugby 24 today. A lot of you guys might remember that we did a video for when there was 50 days until release. We were checking out any news we could find out about the game. You guys haven't stopped asking me on Twitter, in YouTube comments on different videos, any news about Rugby 24. It is a massive talking point on the channel, which I absolutely love. I love so many people are coming to me to talk about rugby gaming news. So I thought, you know what? We're now down to 30 days. We're 1 month away, or it's 30 days at the time of filming. For you guys, by the time you see this, will probably be 29. We are 1 month away from this game officially meant to be coming out. So I thought it'd be fun to have a little bit of look at what's going on in the space talking about the game, because I've been checking every single day and been looking up any sort of extra information we can get, but we actually have potentially some extra news about the cost of this game, which is a little bit exciting. So starting out then, checking out the Twitter page over at bigantstudios. I've been checking this sort of page every day. I haven't really seen anything going on there. They've been doing more stuff to do with AFL. They're doing so many games at once. I assume they're extremely busy, but there was nothing else coming out of there. Something that I haven't actually checked is, let's just actually check quickly the Rugby 24, which is down there. I don't know why that's like the sixth search for me down there, but Rugby 24, to see if they've got anything new. It's not looking like it. It's all the same videos and stuff that we saw from so long ago. So unfortunately, nothing coming out on the official pages. Now, a little while ago, I did see Bears Gamer, who I'm sure plenty of you know in the rugby gaming space on YouTube. This was 2 days ago now, by the time I've seen this one. Found this thing on Amazon that have now listed the game over on their site on Amazon, with the PS5 now showing a release date of January 5th. So full credit to Bears to seeing this one. This one shot straight past me. And he is absolutely correct. Yeah, they have got it as Friday, January the 5th. Now, this may well be, a typo. You never really know. It's a big store, Amazon. They've got plenty of games to do. I'm sure someone makes a mistake here or there. The PS4 version has actually got Friday the 8th of September. They've got it a day later than other stores. That would actually be, of course, the first game of the World Cup kicking off. So they've got some different dates there along the way. But January 5th, January is when Rugby 22 came out. January is when Rugby 20 came out. It may be the case, though, of that when the licenses were originally given to Big Ant Studios and they said, oh, we're going to go from Rugby 22 to Rugby 24, maybe at that point in time it wasn't a World Cup tie-in game. So they set themselves the deadline, we'll get this out by January, the same as all the other games, and along the way they got given the World Cup licenses. That might actually just be an original release date of what could have expected to be, and now they've had to try and move it up closer. But it is interesting to see these different dates for the different sort of releases of the different console games. But full credit to Bears Gamer for seeing that one. Also does some great content to do with rugby game and stuff if you guys don't know them already, but I'm sure you all do. It's Bears Gamer. On to the game store. This is the site that I like to go to the most, because in terms of me being a content creator on YouTube and other people maybe taking a bit of influence by what I say, this is the most reputable store that I've always bought game from in the past, rather than buying them from just online sites and stuff. I always recommend the sites that I know are safe to buy from. So Game is the one I always recommend, because I know I can take it to the store the next day if there was something wrong with the game. They've got it there. They've got the 30 days left to pre-order. Still nothing to do with the box art. Now, you might remember in that 50 days left video, we did see that HMV undercut this price. HMV have got it rated at £40 for release, whereas Game have still got it stuck out at £45. So potentially prices dropping around the board there. And in that spirit of things, had a little bit of look at some prices from some other places, and I came across this company. Now, this is called The Game Collection. I've never bought anything from them before. I wouldn't, absolutely recommend it, because I've never tried it. Full, transparency from me. They've now got these games going up listed on their site for $35.95. They're more in line with HMV. They're sticking around that 35 marker as well. This is over on the PS4. They've got it at 29 days until release. I take it they're 29 days to release, and then the release day is how they're treating it. Checking out some of their extra information. They've just got the trailer, the generic trailer that we've all seen for it by now. There isn't any sort of extra information other than just to confirm it's that date is what they believe it's for, the age it's going to be, barcode, and that, of course, that same paragraph we've seen in a lot of other places. Now, I wanted to dive a little bit more into this. I don't know this company, but if they're going to start being around that 35 mark, you might see the price drop everywhere else. And I came across This page, this is over on eBay, and this is the Game Collection Outlet. Now, I believe this is the same company because they've got the same, logos and stuff for it. They've got here the Rugby 24 Xbox Series X version here that I just happened to have clicked on for this one. They've got it at £43 on eBay. I assume they're charging a little bit more because it's on eBay rather than through their official store. But 291,000 very positive ratings. Sounds like it's probably a legit company, but I'm never going to tell people to go buy from there because I never have myself. But if anyone's used them before, drop it down in the comment section for other people. Something that is of interest to me though, as someone that used to be a console gamer, and I know a lot of you guys are console gamers, when we had a look at the game website, of course, one of the things that got to me was this game format. And it was only PS5, PS4, and Xbox Series X, and I didn't know how that was going to work. On this eBay page, I had a look down in the description for this one. Now, they've got the same, paragraph that we've seen everywhere there, but this one did strike something out to me here. This game is compatible on both Xbox One and Xbox Series X consoles. Now, I own an Xbox One X, which is sort of in the middle of those two. I've never played a game that is somehow compatible on both when you buy one game. I've done a bit of the cloud gaming to play some of the Series X games on my Xbox One X. But I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know you could just buy one game and it somehow works on both. I did notice, of course, there was this smart delivery system. So I'm guessing it's not going to be a physical game. I'm guessing you're not buying an actual disc. And it's more that you'll just get the like a game code to use on the Xbox. But I know a lot of people were commenting, worried that they were Xbox One players. They haven't got the Series X, and they were like, are we actually going to be able to play this game? It looks like they're going to be delivering it on both consoles, but it's one purchase. I would like them to be a bit more transparent about what this means, whether it's you're buying one code and you can use it on either of them, but not both, or if you buy it for one, maybe you get like a free upgrade if you ever got the next gen consoles. I'm not really sure how they've worked that one out. I would like that to be a bit more transparent, but at least that answers that question for us. Now, something to excite all you PC players, including my good self over here. The same page, the Game Collection, the same company doing it, has now got an actual PC copy. It's the first one I've seen for PC anywhere. It said in the game trailer release it was going to be out on Steam, so I assume this will eventually be a Steam code. However, the pre-order price on PC, £25. Like, and as someone that plays on PC, I like the sound of that. I like the sound that it's going to be a lot cheaper. That's nearly half the price of getting it on console. I'm not sure why it's so much cheaper, but I'm not going to complain too much. The box art you see here is, I think it's still Sammy's box art. He's another YouTuber doing about this rugby game and stuff. If you happen to watch this, Sammy, at least know if you ever get bored of the YouTube stuff, you can just become a graphic designer, because this stuff is just getting used everywhere. They have added a PC thing on it. It doesn't say anywhere how it will be delivered for PC. It just says, Windows PC, it's how it be played. There's no description saying it'll be on Steam. I assume if they're selling it as pre-order and you can pay money for it, that they'll give you a Steam code, on the day of release or something when it eventually comes out. But a new price for the PC version, £25. I also quite like this from the Gaming Collection, if this is a fully legit site and people have used this before. If the price drops before release, they'll refund you the difference. I like that. Just as a consumer of games, I absolutely am up for getting a cheaper game if they happen to drop the price. For people that are interested as well, I thought we'd check it out on Steam just to make sure that there wasn't actually anything out on Steam. I'm going to do that live in video. Rugby 24. Still nothing on Steam for just blanket Rugby 24. Let me just type in Rugby really quick just to see if it comes up with anything. We've got Rugby 22, Rugby 20, 18. So no, still no pre-order by the looks of things for Steam directly. But if they've got pre-orders available and you can buy it and you can purchase it, you can do it securely with stuff like PayPal. Sounds to me like that could be a pretty standard price for what we see when it comes out on Steam. If it's more expensive on Steam, I might be picking that one up myself through these guys. And then finally, moving on to the FAQ page, which I thought was going to be a really big positive for a lot of people to get involved with this. Now, I've been having a bit of a read through. Looks like there haven't been too many responses across the board and stuff. Which, I think a lot of people have been a little bit upset about. I've seen a lot of comments from people hoping they would reach out to us. This is one of the newer threads that, I thought people might be interested in. People asking whether or not it will actually be, delayed, or will it actually, be cancelled. is currently the thoughts that are flying around, and I think there's a few worries about it. A lot of people have been asking me questions. I don't work for Big Ant Studios. I don't know. I have as many answers as you guys. I imagine, though, what it's more likely to be, if the game gets delayed, I really hope they just say it's delayed. I don't think anyone would necessarily be upset if it got delayed. I think it would be a much more issue for their side of things, trying to get this to release in line with the actual World Cup going on. I imagine what's probably happening, Big Ant Studios have got a bit of a reputation for releasing stuff about the game in like the last 30 days before the game comes out. I don't know why. I would like this game to be hyped up and talked about a lot. Hence why I make so many of these videos, because I want people to keep remembering about this game and get some people hyped for it. But something that I think is probably worth considering is, of course, this week, all of the teams are announcing their official squads for the Rugby World Cup. We've already had a couple. I've been putting them in the community tab on the YouTube channel if you haven't seen them already. Now, I'm wondering whether or not they've been told they're not allowed to start releasing stuff until those squads are set, and they've obviously had to pick all the players to fit in the squads, because obviously right now they've probably designed character models for who they expected to be in the World Cup squad, but to be an official World Cup tie-in game, they'll need to know the exact players for each player roster for each team. So it might be a case that they've actually been completely limited in what they could show about the game until those teams have been announced. So they're being released over this next week, and I think maybe a bit of next week. So it might be like we're another week away from actually being able to see anything. I personally would just like to see some screenshots. I'm not really that bothered if I don't see, you know, someone's face to know who's in it, or if they maybe release screenshots about some teams that have already been named, like New Zealand are named, England are named, Springboks just got named today at the time that I'm filming this. So a couple of the big teams have had their, you know, their World Cup squads announced. I'm sure maybe they could try and incorporate some screen grabs or some gameplay from those teams. Now we know they're set. And we know what the kits look like, because I've already done a tier list for the World Cup jerseys. We know what the kits look like, we know where it's being played, and we now know the squads. All the information is out there. All we're waiting for now is to see some actual gameplay and stuff. But there we have it, guys. That is going to be the sort of roundup news 1 month out from release. Of course, when we actually get something in terms of a game trailer or game screenshots or something, you know I'll be covering it on the channel no matter what other videos we're doing around it at the same time. It will always be coming out on the channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to know when those videos comes out, and make sure to drop this video a like so we can get it out to the most people and show the guys over at Big Ant Studios and Rugby24 that, yeah, we want to hear news. We want to get talking about it. We want the most people involved with this game. We all really want a solid rugby game to eventually come on. I really hope Rugby24 delivers what we're all hoping for. I'll see you all next time, guys. Bye-bye.